Okay class. Today, we're going to be learning how to speak Mexican. You're going to need to know how to speak Mexican, because one day, you're going to find yourself at a Mexican restaurant, and the waiter's going to bring you your food, and say, hot plate, but you're gonna touch the plate anyway, and burn your hand, because you didn't understand what they said, because they were speaking Mexican. So we're going to learn how to speak Mexican. Any questions, class?
It's not called speaking Mexican, it's called speaking Spanish.
Spanish, Mexican, same thing. Iggy, what did they speak in Mexico? Mexican. See, it's that simple.
Okay, well what do we speak in Spain?
Mexican.
What about Puerto Rico or Cuba?
They all speak Mexican, Iggy, but we'll call it Spanish for you.
You wrote Spanish on the board.
Alright class, don't pay attention to Iggy, he does not know Mexican. Anyways class, does anybody know how to say hello in Spanish? What about you, Iggy?
The Spanish word for hello is hola.
No, that's how you say hello in Hawaiian. I asked, how you say hello in Mexican? I mean, Spanish. Yes, alright, so the way you say hello in Spanish is el hello. El hello class.
Oh, hello! Guys, that's not even how you say hello in Spanish.
Very good class. Now that you all know how to say hello in Spanish, we're going to learn how to say bye in Spanish. The way you say bye in Spanish is
Adios.
el bio.
Oh, come on.
So, el hello class. Then when we leave, we say el bio.
What? Are you kidding me? You can't just add L and O to the beginning and the end of every word and say in Spanish now.
Alright class, now that you know how to say bye in Spanish, you're probably wondering how you say this bye in Spanish. Well, it's very similar to this bye, except this one is el bio. So, the difference between el bio and el bio is this bye, you're going to say it while you're waving, so, el bio. And this bye, you're going to say it with money in your hand, like you're going to buy something, el bio.
What? What if you don't have any arms? That doesn't even make sense.
Well, you better have arms if you're going to Mexico, Iggy, or else no one's gonna understand you. All of this, pointless, if you don't have an arm. Your arm is very important to the Mexican language. So, this bye, and this bye, no one's gonna understand you if you don't have an arm, because they're gonna think you're trying to buy something, and leave, at the same time. Anyways class, so now that you know how to say bye, as in, el bio, and buy, as in you're gonna buy something. Now you're probably wondering how you say, this bye. This bye is like, this book was written by. The way you say, this bye, in Mexican is.
Let me guess, is it el bio?
No, very close, Iggy, very close, but they're different. The way you say, bye in Spanish is el bio.
That's what I just said.
Well, what you do with your hands is very important. Because the way you say this bye is el bio. And the way you say this bye is el bio. You have to have money in your hand, Iggy. Alright, and then the way you say this bye, el bio, you must have a book in your hand. See? The book is written, el bio, Dr. Seuss. Understand?
No, why don't we just learn regular Spanish? This is very complicated.
I know class, Mexican can be very confusing, so let me use all three byes in a sentence to help you understand. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna walk into the library and say, el hello, Mrs. Librarian, I would like to el bio, a book. That was written, el bio, Dr. Seuss. She's gonna take your money, and now you own the book. But before you leave, you're going to set the book down and say, el bio. You cannot say, el bio, while holding a book in your hand, or else you look like this.
El bio, like, who wrote this stupid book? You know who wrote the stupid book. It says, Dr. Seuss, on the side of the book.
So, you have to put the book down and say, el bio. Then, you can pick the book back up and leave. Any questions, class?
Yeah, I'm dropping out of this school.
Alright class, we're running out of time, so we're gonna go through these last three very quickly. Alright, the next word we have is name. How you say name in Mexican is name-o. Bingo was his name-o, very famous Spanish song, B-I-N-G-O, and bingo was his name-o. The next word we have is yes. Does anyone know how to say yes in Spanish?
Sí.
Come on guys, I thought you're smarter than that. The way you say yes in Mexican is el-yes-o. Everybody understand? Alright, the last word is no. Does anyone know how to say no in Spanish?
Oh, I got it now. It's el no.
What kind of Spanish is that? Iggy, you are so wrong, you have a lot of Spanish to be learning. The way you say no in Spanish is no. No means no in all languages. How can you be so stupid? El no, you're wrong.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's fair. I was just putting L and O to the beginning and the end of every word like you were. But come on, Iggy, this is getting really easy. Spanish is easy. Be quiet, Snowy.
Alright class, I know some of you had trouble learning your Spanish today, but what I want you to do is tonight, go to a Mexican restaurant and try to test out your Spanish, see how far along you get. Alright, and remember, if they say hot plate, that means, ow, no touch, do not touch it, or else you burn your hand. Alright, I know we didn't get to food items today, but remember, burrito and taco are the same thing in Mexican, and also, when in doubt, add L and O to the word, and you're probably right. Good luck class, see you tomorrow.